when the musicians in Jamaica started to play, although them can play calypso too, because they play a lot of calypso. But because the American influence music come past through down there, you know, them start to kind of get more to, them time used to have Fats Domino.
Yes.
And plenty of them type of people. So after a while now, the music start drift from the reggae. See, it used to be a music almost like a half blues. They used to play before the ska start, you know.
My mother introduced me to the idea of storytelling, the griot, French West African idea. She was doing a play about the Four Hills, Quatre Contes Africains, and she had a storyteller, so West African griot, dressed up in traditional garb, telling the story.
We'll see.
All in all, so in our present I bring coverage of our heights. Love that for everyone, everywhere. So it's just known that the corporation of all tongue, color and people invites the decision of our heights that shall free everyone, liberate fully everywhere.
It was important to her because in the Caribbean, where we're from, we've lost so much of our story.
There are other kinds of folk songs, Louise, and I'm not thinking only of the calypso, which started off in Trinidad many, many years ago, but songs like the digging songs, which you have in Jamaica, and which we have also called work songs in Trinidad.
We do it to the accompaniment of a field labor, of digging, you know, and there's always a singer man who says, on the chorus.
In the calypsos or the mentos, whatever you like to call them, in the different islands, there were a fair number of the aspirations of the people.
This one, the drive of the house, is, of course, it speaks for itself, so I'll just go right into it. The chorus starts. Drive where the houses do not worth a cent, and yet we have to pay so much for rent. One Monday morning, a landlord went to a tenant to get his rent. But the tenant said, "Massa, me no fool, me not pay no rent for no swimming pool." Drive where the houses do not worth a cent, and yet we have to pay so much for it.
We also lost it because we've become so westernized, foreign mind, as we say in Jamaica. For us to go forward, we need to be able to go back and go forward at the same time, if you know what I mean, through the story, through the oral tradition, through documentation, through saying, this is who we are.
Though a small country, Jamaican culture has a strong global presence. The musical genres reggae, ska, mento, rocksteady, dub, and dancehall all originated in Jamaica. Jamaica also played an important role in the development of punk rock and American rap music. Unfortunately, culturally, and specifically musically, Jamaica is a shell of what it once was. Gone is the diversity of the Jamaican music industry and the vibrancy of its historic live music. All that remains is dancehall with its vulgar hooks and low-cost production. In this Jamaica, Bob Marley would be unable to tell his story. One of the ways we can become a cultural epicenter again is by focusing on the aspects that made us culturally unique, the distinctive ways we told our stories.
And if we can just capture that essence of what it means to fall down and get up again, just maybe, we may be able to pass on to the next generation a better way of surviving and being alive. So, you know, big up all the griots. Tell your stories. Tell it well. Tell it with integrity so that we can move forward.
Come back to Jamaica.
Come back to gentility.
What's old is what's new.
Come back to our beauty.
We want you to join us.
Come back to our people.
We made it for you.
Come back to hospitality.
So make it Jamaica.
Come back to our bounty.
Make it your own.
Come back to tranquility.
Make it Jamaica.
Come back to romance.
Your new island home.
Come back to the way things used to be. Make it Jamaica again. And make it your own.
Make it Jamaica.